is now back.
You've just seen the first part of the process, how we get milk. So we've gone from the pasture to the cow to the milk tank. So where does the milk go from here?
Okay, so somehow we have to get the milk from that tank to the cheesemaker.
But before it leaves this tank, the milk must be tested to make sure it's safe.
Well, I'm sure this one will pass the test.
Most milk truck drivers have a milk pickup route and make stops at several different farms to fill the tanker. At each stop, they do a milk test. You may not know this, but milk is one of the most thoroughly tested and tightly regulated products in the whole food chain. It goes through several testing stages to make sure it's safe for all of us to drink.
Enough with the testing. When do we get to the artistry part?
Pretty soon. Let's go see what happens to the milk once it's inside the cheese plant.
Okay.
Once the milk truck gets to the cheese plant, another milk test is done. Although it's been tested along the way, cheesemakers want to be extra careful, so they test it again.
Hi, Ken.
Hi, Katie. Hi, Stefan. What's up today?
We're telling everybody about the artistry of cheese making.
But first we went to let them know how the science helps make a great cheese.
Well, that's just a great idea. I'm glad to see you're doing that. Well, I guess we'd probably begin with pasteurization.
But why do we need to pasteurize the milk?
To pasteurize milk, we want to kill the bacteria. We brought the milk in from the farm, and from there we're going to pasteurize it. Once it's pasteurized, then we'll move it on into the vat room. Now, pasteurization is where we're going to kill the bacteria. So what we're going to do is we're going to run milk up to 161 degrees for a minimum of 16 seconds. When we do that, it's called flash pasteurization, and we'll kill the bacteria. All we're doing is we're inoculating it from there. So, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, let's get dressed up and we'll go up there, okay? Thank you.
Let's see. Check the pH level, test for acidity, watch the temperature, and check for humidity. I sound like a scientist, don't I? Actually, the list I just checked off is what cheesemakers pay close attention to in making cheese. Come with me and you'll find out why.
Let the artistry begin.
Artistry we have, but science we have. It's really a mixture of everything. So what we're doing is the milk is coming in that you saw being pasteurized. How many pounds of milk do you think are in here? You have to understand what it's going to take to make cheese.
1,000?
I'll give you a hint. It takes 10 pounds of milk or 5 quarts to make 1 pound of cheese.
Let's see. Divide by 10, here the 0. I'd say about 2,000 pounds of cheese.
Actually, you'll have 2,400 pounds of cheese out of this vat.
Wow, that's a lot of cheese.
Yeah. So how long have you been a cheesemaker?
I actually became a cheesemaker. I've been a cheesemaker for a little over 42 years. So I started when I was 15 years old.
Did you have to go to college to get a cheese making degree?
You get a short course degree. You go there first. First of all, you spend your first year as an apprentice. Then you can apply for your license. So once you've got your license, you're a Wisconsin licensed cheesemaker. And so 10 years from then, you could apply to go to your master's.
And what do you need to know to pass the test?
To pass the test is a lot of chemistry. It's a lot of science. But you go way back in the artistry of why cheese was made, what cheeses are made, and how they're made. So that's what we learn. To pass the test does take more science, but it's the artistry that got you there.
So, making cheese is pretty artistic, right?
Oh, there's no question. It's a matter of how you mix them, how you make it work, and whether the science will agree with the art.
Hi there, it's Cassidy again. For those of you who are curious to know, Wisconsin is the only state in the U.S. that has master cheesemakers. To become a master cheesemaker, you must have 10 years of experience making cheese before you can even enter the program. Once the cheesemaker is in a program, he spends 3 years making cheese and having it randomly tested for quality and consistency. If the cheese passes the test, then the cheesemaker takes a written exam to get the Master Cheesemaker certification. With all that time and effort put in, it's no wonder Wisconsin cheese tastes so good.
So, now that the vat is full, what happens to all the milk?
Well, remember when we filled the vat, the first thing we did was we added culture. After we added the culture, we added calcium chloride, we added flavor profiles, we added things that were all going to be matted to make up the cheese that we're looking for. Now, that's first of all going to be the science. Then we get into the artistry. The artistry comes in the fact that we're able to make it and make it every day so that it's the same.
I want to be a cheese artisan for a day. Can I add the culture?
Not exactly. Remember what I said about having to go to school and become a licensed cheesemaker? It's the cheesemaker's responsibility to make those decisions. So, unfortunately, we can't let you do that.
Okay.
Boy, curiosity sure would give the mouse who's trying to eat this wedge a big stomachache. You know, we may be called cheeseheads, and we may wear hats that look like cheese, but here in Wisconsin, we make a whole lot more than just cheddar. Did you know that Wisconsin makes over 600 varieties, types, and styles of cheese? That's just one of the reasons Wisconsin has earned the title America's Dairyland.
If you'd like to learn more about all the incredible cheese that Wisconsin makes, log on to intotheoutdoors.org.
Don't head to the fridge just yet. When we come back, we have more yummy, tasty, oh so delightful cheese.
Don't go away, there's more